Hi everyone, me again coming to you from Bryson City, North Carolina, on the road to nowhere, following my lovely wife. We're up here enjoying a nice week in the mountains, and it rained on us pretty much off and on for 2 days now, and this is our first really pretty day. So we thought we'd come up here and ride this road. We like this road, it doesn't go anywhere, hence the name, but it's kind of a nice road. Want to give a big shout out to the Smyrna Cowboy, welcome him back home. I saw on Facebook yesterday that he was headed back home, and he must be on the mend, and I certainly do wish you well, big old cowboy, and get home and get back into your routine and heal up, because I know you want to, there's a spider in your future and you need to get well so you can start that adventure too. But he's been, I've been following his wife Sharon on Facebook. She's been kind enough to post his status every few days, and so let all his friends know. And a lot of us have been trying to keep the word going, passing it around Facebook and here on YouTube. But prayers work. Prayers have been answered. Dave is on the mend, and you know, I'm sure it was an iffy thing there right at first. It was a bad accident. I'm sure Dave will give us do a video on it and tell the whole story about what happens. And personally, I'd like to hear it. I don't know. You know, if you work for I worked for a long time. I worked in a heavy equipment dealership. We sold tractors, backhoes, lawnmowers. Hell, we sold everything. And we had several occasions where people were almost hurt really bad. We were very, very lucky. Just to recount a few, we had one of our mechanics was in a Bobcat 600, and a 600 had a gasoline engine in it, and he had to do some welding, and he was kind of standing on his head inside the cab, welding part of the frame up, and he didn't know it, but the fuel line was ruptured or something was leaking somewhere, and a puddle of gasoline was forming on the bottom. And of course, as soon as those sparks from that welder hit that gas, it was on fire. Well, he didn't know he was on fire. He couldn't, you know, he was looking through a welder's helmet watching a spark. He didn't see in just the regular flames underneath it. More gas is pouring out, the flames are getting bigger. And thank goodness for our assistant service manager saw it, ran out of his office, grabbed a fire extinguisher and put it out, and grabbed him, snatched him out of there. That could have been really bad. One we had that was kind of funny, but could also have been bad. Our truck driver was also our tire man, and he liked to use what they call a clip chuck. Now, a clip chuck is one you can put on a tire stem to put air in it, and it holds itself on there. You don't have to sit there like you do on most of the stuff you have, putting air in your tires in your car. The bad thing is that it doesn't have any kind of safety. It'll keep putting air in there until you take that chuck off. And he got distracted. He had a tire off on the ground right outside of one of the bays, a big rear tractor tire. And he got distracted, and fortunately walked a few feet away from it. Well, you know, you can imagine what happened. That tire finally burst. It burst on the bottom, and it fired that rim and what was left of that tire up over 30 feet up over the roof of the building, and then came back down. It probably weighed 100 pounds. Came back down. Unfortunately, didn't hit anybody, didn't hurt anything. All we had to do was replace the customer's tire, but it could have been really bad too. The worst thing we ever had happen was to a customer. And again, he wasn't hurt at all in this. Nobody's been hurt in any of these. We were lucky. But he was an older gentleman. He was probably my age when it happened. He was hauling equipment for a landscape company, and we had worked on a Massey Ferguson farm tractor for him. And he had 2 ramps going up into the back of a truck or a trailer. I can't remember. It might have been a big trailer. And he had 2 ramps that were not attached to the trailer, they were just loose. And He got on the tractor and drove it straight up on there, and somehow either the ramp slipped or he got off the ramp or something, and the tractor turned upside down between the two ramps with him still in the seat. Now this particular tractor didn't have a roll bar. Might have saved his life, might not have, who knows. But what happened was the tractor is completely upside down, smashed on the ground. All we can see is a couple of legs sticking out from under it, and the steering wheel's all smashed. And one of the guys ran over and grabbed we had a loader handy we used around there with forks on it, grabbed that. We had a chain on it. We threw a chain around the rear axle on that tractor and picked it up real quick. And he had gone between the seat and the fender somehow when it had rolled over, and he was, except for just a few little scrapes, he was totally unharmed. And we just knew he was dead. I mean, he didn't even move while he was under that tractor. But anything can happen. Dave got hurt in an industrial accident, so you got to be careful. I don't have that worry anymore. I'm not working. I'm retired. Of course, I was inside all the time anyway. My time in the shop was very limited. But you run into a lot of heavy equipment mechanics that are missing toes, missing fingers, missing eyes, all because of they got a little careless or something broke. Some of you might not realize hydraulic fluid can be absolutely deadly. If there is a pinhole in a high pressure line that's got a couple thousand PSI on it, you might not even see it. The squirt of hydraulic fluid coming out of it is so thin, it's like the thickness of a hair sometimes on your head, and you might not ever even see it. But if you put your hand on it, it's just like a hypodermic needle. It'll inject that hot hydraulic fluid right up under your skin. It can do that to your eye, can do that to any part of you that happens to interact with that stream. So that's one of the things they always warned us about. Be really, really careful when you're around one that's operating. So anyway, not to make this too morbid a deal, but you know, actually it's a celebration. Dave is home. None of the people in my stories got hurt bad, so we can all be thankful for that. So anyway, we're going to be up to the end of the road here in just a little bit. If you're in Bryson City, you might take this little road. It doesn't go anywhere. The Fontana Dam flooded the other end of where this road would have gone, so it doesn't, and there's no bridge, so it stops well before we get to the lake. But hope everybody's having a great day. We're having a lovely vacation. Because I'm on vacation, I don't really have ability to upload this, so Dave, this will be late, but I'm glad you're home, man, and get in touch with me sometime when you feel up to it. Love to talk to you. Everybody else, have a great day. Get out there and ride them. Take care. Bye-bye.